Hi everyone, I am John Darrell, and as to continue the discussion, I am going to tackle about the energy transfer between the surface and the atmosphere. I believe that this topic is already discussed by the recent reporters, and I would like to recapitulate the types of energy transfer, namely the conduction, convection, and radiation. Let us first start with conduction. Let's take a look on a short video clip that represents conduction.
That can survive over fires. Now you can do these amazing new things.
By browning the meat and adding the brown meat to the stew.
Leave it whole, yeah, let it soften a little bit.
There's so many foods.
This is perfect, yeah.
This is a big deal. It opens up a whole new palette of possible flavors.
What do you think conduction means? Just by watching in this video. Conduction is a transfer of heat or thermal energy by touching. It occurs in solids, and it is a transfer of heat from the warmer part of an object to the cooler part of the same object. For example, if you have a pot in a stove, it's going to get hot on the surface that is touching the burner, and that will continue to move to the cooler part of the pot that is up to the top. It can be also a transfer of heat from a hotter object to a cooler object. For example, as you put the spoon to the hot pot, in a while, gradually the heat coming from the hot pot will transfer to the cool spoon. The next type of energy transfer we're going to look at, it is convection. Take a look to this picture, and what do you think convection means? Convection, unlike conduction, it occurs in liquids and gases. It is the transfer of heat through the movement of particles. Warm particles rise, cool particles fill in the space below. So this is a circular motion. Think about a house. Have you ever noticed that maybe upstairs or in an attic, it gets warmer? That's because the warm air rises and is usually colder downstairs. Also, for example, if we were trapped in a burning house inside, the best we should do is to lie down and crawl to the surface below of the house, because that is the area which is cold and we can breathe easily, because above of the house is filled with warm air. This is the same as having an aircon, where usually aircon is put above, since the cold air fill in the spaces below. So now let's dive into the last type of energy, which is radiation. What is radiation? Radiation is a transfer of heat energy as waves, called it also as the electromagnetic waves. It travels through empty space. So radiation, what we usually think about is the sun. The earth is warm because the rays from the sun are traveling through space and casting the heat to the earth. As to prove that there is heat coming from the sun, we can have an experiment by simply cooking an egg under the sun. As you can see in the video, the heat coming from the sun's rays transfer to the pan, which it enables to cook the egg. So let's take a look at one picture. This picture demonstrates all three forms of energy transfer, and that's it. The three types of energy transfer.